Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. Hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, a warm welcome. Thank you for checking out the channel. If you're someone who's been here before, thank you for showing up again. Let me just ask that after watching the video, if you find you enjoyed it or learned something, please do me a favor and smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the work I do, please consider a Patreon subscription. I'll leave a link in the description. Now, let's dig in. 37-year-old mother Rachel Morin was killed 2 weeks ago as she hiked solo on the Ma and Pa Trail in Bel Air, Maryland. The 20-something man responsible was matched by his DNA to a home invasion, an SA of a young girl in Los Angeles. Criminal profilers are saying that this 5'9", 160-pound, likely Hispanic male is dangerous and will strike again if not caught. Because he has escalated quickly from the SA of a female victim to the SA and now murder of a victim, he has all the signs of a serial killer in the making. And nobody seems to know where the heck he is. According to clinical psychologist Dr. Gary Brucato, who shared his thoughts about the crime and the perpetrator with Chris McDonough of the Interview Room, it is obvious this man was trawling the trail when he attacked Rachel Morin. Morin was in a medium risk category according to the victim risk continuum when she was attacked. The risk continuum is a tool for assessing a victim's risk level for a specific crime. Because Rachel was hiking or jogging solo in the evening on a wooded, somewhat isolated trail, she inadvertently put herself in a medium risk level. It's possible the perpetrator saw Rachel at some other point, be it a gym, a grocery store, her tanning salon, or an open environment, perhaps walking on the trail previously. It's also possible that the perpetrator was just out trawling that hiking trail for a random victim, and Rachel just happened to be there at the wrong time. Thus, she became a victim of opportunity. But according to Dr. Brucato and retired detective Chris McDonough, there's a high probability of some type of connection between the perpetrator and Rachel, but it may not have been known to Rachel, meaning the guy may live near her, he may go to the same gym, so he could have seen her before and decided she was going to be his next victim. So the authorities are saying that this man is dangerous for many reasons, and one is that we can see his rapid escalation in violence. First, he broke into a house in Los Angeles in March of 2023, and now he's out in the open, trawling for victims, which puts him on the trajectory to become a serial killer. This attack on Rachel was a blitz-style attack, much like the one executed on the 4 University of Idaho students in Moscow, Idaho. This means it was a surprise attack where the guy used a rapid and overwhelming amount of force on an unsuspecting victim. If we are to believe a man whose stepdaughter located Rachel's lifeless body in a drain pipe or tunnel, the wounds to the mother of 5 were to the upper body and head. It's possible the weapon was a large rock that the perpetrator grabbed from the surrounding environment. This hints that the perpetrator may not have had another weapon on him. And if that is the case, then was he maybe not necessarily planning to do Rachel in, but rather just to SA her? I mean, you'd think he'd bring a weapon if his intent was to do her in. But then again, we know many serialists who use their hands around a person's neck to accomplish that. It's quiet, it won't attract attention to the area. I'm also thinking this guy had to silence Rachel quickly, or somebody would have heard the whole thing going down. And if we're also to believe that there was a blood trail, then it would appear that the perpetrator dragged Rachel to that tunnel, and he would have had to have inflicted some injury before he did that so that there was blood on the ground. We know this man left Los Angeles after the crime in March. He traveled east to Maryland. Does this mean that he has friends or family in the area? McDonough believes him leaving LA was an attempt to evade detection. Here's the scary part for people living in Maryland, specifically females. Dr. Brucato and Chris McDonough both believe that this perpetrator is currently within 25 minutes of the hiking trail. They also believe that he's in a geographic area that he's familiar with, at least to some extent. This person knew where the tunnel was located because it became part of his crime scene, and it was a critical part because that's where he hid the body. McDonough also said that someone nearby knows who this guy is, and the perpetrator will lay low to find another place where he feels comfortable, and then he'll strike again. He will stay hidden during the day but come out at night, and thus his next attack will be at night. Dr. Brucato feels that September will be a very dangerous month when it comes to this perpetrator. He's a confident perpetrator, as evidenced by him walking away from his first crime scene without his shirt. McDonough said he will present as an average, nice guy, but in his secret life, he's into very violent pee, if you know what I mean. He is a psychopath and is into sadomasochistic behavior. And since nobody knows where he is, everybody needs to be vigilant, especially women who like to exercise alone outside. Let's hope they catch this guy soon. Until the next time on Bed Crime Stories. Hey, did you enjoy this? If so, smash that like button. See you next time.